sister? No, I know her because we save dogs together.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
She's quite the animal.
Yes, she is. Yeah. I used to be a dog rub and then I decided to become a vet tech.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
we'll step out so y'all can
Take
talk
care.
freely. That way you have any issues
Thank
to
you.
work through.
Okay, you guys, nice to meet you
All right,
all.
thank you. Yeah.
Sorry for the,
Oh, no problem, no problem.
What was his last name? They make-
Langston.
No, the other one.
Oh,
No,
the partner of
Scott.
Langston. I didn't catch his last name. You did.
So as mayor, I can assign liquor license or not. So does anybody have any reason I shouldn't grant the new owners their liquor license and their entertainment license?
Well, I think we should research them a little bit first and, you know, make sure they,
Steve
Or
Mart,
do they say they are?
I've been working with Steve Mart and these guys for about a month now. Everything's legit. They've got their background checks in. But once we approve their liquor license and the sale goes through, then they have to go through the Illinois process to get approved by the state.
who did
And
the
if we
background.
do deny them their liquor license, they're just going to take us to court, and they're going to pound us and pound us and pound us. Unfortunately, and it's going to cost us a lot of money, and they're going to end up with their liquor license anyway.
I just want to make sure that they're not just, when you have big corporations like this, sometimes they don't care, and maybe there is a lot of lawsuits, and they've got the money to pay these lawsuits, and, you know, we sure don't want to add to Capital's problems, is all I'm saying. So I just, you know, if these guys are decent, you know, everybody's going to say they're decent, you know.
We've already
So
done,
if-
the background checks have already been done, Becky.
All right, well, that's what I'm asking, who did them, and can we look at them at all?
Yeah, I do have copies,
Okay, thank you.
I don't think that's supposed to
No.
be disseminated, though.
not with me, but they are with their attorneys.
I don't know who did them, but they're not, you can't just pass that stuff out to anybody. We gotta take Don's word on this, I would think.
Why is that? I mean, we're board members, why can we not
Well,
look
you
at
can
that?
vote against it, but
Well, I don't want to vote
Because
against it, I just want to know who
being
they
a
are.
board member does not entitle you to private information.
Well, how can you vote on something if you don't have all the
Well,
information?
Let's
That's all
back
I'm
up,
saying.
let's back up just a second, Becky.
Okay,
You guys aren't voting on it. I just want to know if you have any good reasons why I shouldn't sign their liquor license. There's no vote when that happens. It's my decision whether,
Okay.
whether I write them a liquor license or not.
Listen, it's already an existing license,
okay,
so he would just basically be approving the transfer from one to the
yeah,
other.
no, I understand that.
And if the attorney has looked at it and there's been background done, checks done, then there's no reason not to transfer.
Okay, I mean, did the attorney look at their backgrounds and stuff?
The attorneys handled the whole thing, but
Okay, well, that's all I'm asking, I'm just, you know,
And they're paying the attorney fees as well.
and I also requested that they pay all the attorney fees, so that all the attorney fees that incur over this whole process are gonna be covered by the new owners. It's not gonna cost us anything. Okay. No other comments on that? Park update, Julie's not here. Larry, do you have something?
Yeah,
Julie?
she gave me some stuff. She wanted to know if you knew when the light was gonna be installed. If you-
The work order for that is in, so we just kind of have to wait. It's I think they do it by priority probably, or whatever,
So we don't really know.
We-
We
They don't have a set
the
date,
work
right.
order's in though, okay. And we need to look at, getting the weeds sprayed and stuff down there and cleaning that park up. And all around here. I mean, Zach talked to me a little bit tonight. He was over here when I was over here working. maybe we need to get a credit card with, like FS or someplace so we can get, the larger quantities of weed killer and stuff. He said that, you know, we can buy like an $80, it'll take us through the summer where you go to the hardware store, whatever, you're gonna get enough to do one spring maybe. So that was something. And then, the other thing is we're gonna need more mulch down there at the park. And one thing that I noticed when we were down there the other day is on those spring riders, those bolts are sticking up.
You're supposed to cut those off.
They didn't
You
cut them
didn't
off.
cut 'em off?
No, they need to be cut off and so that we can cover that with mulch and a kid doesn't get hurt on it. So that's something we need to get taken care of.
I'll either get a hold of him and have him do it, or just go ahead and cut them off myself, one or two. Also, if anybody's noticed those letters on that sign are peeling, I'm just gonna find some different letters, and those are tacked up there. I was afraid they wouldn't hold up when I did it, so I'm looking into doing something with that now. I'll just take care of that myself.
Okay. And what Zach said, one other thing, that he needed somebody to help him take that salt spreader out of the truck. Said he basically needs somebody to be able to run the lift so that he can
Yeah, we,
loosen it up and take it out of there.
yeah, Zach and I talked about the weeds, removing the salt spreader and the plow and everything.
Okay.
So I'm gonna help him get all that accomplished.
So that was pretty much all that we had for right now.
So it's Julie's the park committee, all in herself.
Right.
She got a plan on, for her budget line this year. I think
Yeah,
it's 5,000.
she's gonna be looking at some, other equipment, and she's gonna bring prices in, she's gonna get prices and probably bring some information in next month.
I don't know if anybody has any input on what they might want to see over there. A couple of people have said, they'd really like to see a basketball hoop court over there.
That's been discussed.
I just had two kids ask me about that tonight, for what it's worth.
Yeah,
Two of the boys that live down there were out dribbling balls in the street, wanting to know when we're gonna put a basketball court in the park.
that's what I've been suggesting to her too, so. But,
That would be great, actually. I mean, and that's not
well,
expensive.
we've got the things for the younger kids, now we need to take care of the older kids too, and get something down there that they can enjoy also, so.
Anything else on the park?
And the tree has been marked out for the tree that your family wants to plant. So I don't know when Rodney's gonna get that done.
I don't think Rodney has anything to do with it. At least not that I'm aware of. But anyway, appreciate that. The update on road work, I've got several companies coming into town this coming week to look at the road work and to give us estimates on what we can get done for $30,000. Update on proposal number 2, I've made contact with both the Reeves have signed the paperwork, the other two property owners, I gave them another packet to sign, and they both agreed to sign it. So now we just have to continue to wait for them to sign it and turn it in to Steve Martin. Audit update. Still cannot find another company that, another firm that will do a municipality audit. So we're still working on that. I would suggest that we would just go ahead and have Schlosky and Webb do that audit and a proposal for us. unless anybody has a better idea, I'd say we go ahead and get them going on that.
Did we put an amount down that we wanted to spend on that?
We have $5,000 budgeted for it.
Well, but we haven't voted to even do it yet. We just voted to explore it.
Well,
Correct.
we have the money budgeted, so yeah, let's vote on it.
Let's if somebody would make a motion to have the actual audit, get this thing going.
I don't think you can do that, Donnie, right now.
Why?
I think it needs to be
You're
in
on
the-
consideration, you're not anything in the agenda.
Put it on next month.
What is it exactly we need on this?
My question. You say it wasn't approved?
We only voted on exploring it. We never voted on actually doing the audit. We just voted on,
And we set a price amount, I think.
We really can't tell because we don't have the minutes from most of 2017. Nobody's turned those back in. We don't have copies of those. So we really don't know. But if anybody here in the board has those, appreciate it if you turn them over. So I think it'd be wise just to go ahead and vote to do an audit and get it over with.
So you're gonna put that on the agenda then, or?
We'll put that on the agenda for next month. If anybody'd like to turn all those files from 2017 over, that'd be fantastic. If they don't belong to you. All right. Items in consideration for possible action for the next meeting.
Are we doing that next month?
Oh, so, a couple of my notes. Thank you, Jen. This lot over here, the people in the gray house have asked if we would consider selling this lot, this big lot over here, to them, or half of the lot, or part of the lot. I said I had no idea. I'd bring it up to you guys. They would be interested in purchasing all or part of that. So we'll have that on the agenda next month.
Just say it all don't do it.
They just would like to have the extra property, I suppose.
I thought that's where we were gonna put the new building.
Yeah, if we wanna expand it, we can
Go ahead and put it on the next agenda so we can discuss it.
And then I've asked Laverna to sign the papers from the bank, and she refuses to, so I'd like to put it on the agenda next month to take Laverna off and get one of you other guys on the bank account. So we'll have that on the agenda next month also. We can't get the I think one, two, there's 3 people on the accounts that don't need to be on there, that are no longer mayors. I think we gotta have this signed to get those off and to get a new mayor and the new clerk on
There
the
was,
accounts.
there was never anybody on that account. That's a brand new account. You and I and Melody and Laverna, or with Melody and Laverne and myself have written.
The other ones, that was,
So the other guys have been taken off within the last month.
That account never had anybody on it, and the others
You
that were
don't,
on
you
the
don't have to
account,
get, you don't have to get angry. I'm
the
trying to
others
get-
that were on account was not the mayor. Mary was brought back on as a trustee, and she took over because Vicki dropped out. So we had to put her back on the account. And the reason Joe was still on the account is because you went to Bloomington when all the paperwork was in El Paso. So your paperwork never went through because you didn't go where the account was.
Well, it's still the same firm that had the same paperwork. there.
No, they didn't. All the paperwork was done in El Paso. It was ready for your signature.
And I remember telling you that I would just go to Flanagan or Heartland in Bloomington, and they didn't have a problem with that. You didn't have a problem with that. But there
Well-
were 3 people on our accounts up until the last month that should not have been on our accounts.
There were 2 people on the account.
Joe, Mary Dunlap, and Melody Ferris were still on up until last
Melody
month.
was still on because we had not changed the accounts.
That's what I'm saying. We have to change those accounts.
Donnie, I'm getting tired of you trying to make me look like I'm a villain and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm getting very fed up with it. You have done it on about 3 different occasions now, and I'm tired of it.
Well, I apologize for making you feel bad, Larry, but we had 3 different people on our accounts that weren't supposed to be on it.
That was because you didn't go where you were supposed to go.
I did everything I was supposed to, Larry.
Evidently you didn't, because the stuff didn't get fixed the way it was supposed to be done. All the paperwork was done in El Paso.
I went to the Heartland Bank over there by the library to sign my papers.
So why didn't you sign this one?
because
Because
the correspondence
they
was,
were using wrong information from another account of mine.
the correspondence was to go to the IGA one. The email between the 4 of us.
I won't go to the IGA inside the bank, I wanna go to the actual bank.
Okay, well, that's where the paperwork was. If you would have told me that, I would have taken it to the other one, Roberta.
Well,
That's
you
all
told
you
me
need.
not to harass you, so I'm not harassing you.
I don't
I'm not even talking
think,
to you.
I don't think speaking and having a conversation is not harassment. When you
Got a
send me,
text from you?
would you like me to read why I said that?
No, don't need to, already know.
Because what you said to me was harassment.
No, it wasn't. You opened the door for another question and I answered.
All right, so anyway, we're going to move along. So we'll have that on the agenda for next month. And can anybody think of anything else to talk about for next month? Good. Meeting adjourned.
Have you heard anything about the mower? And that's supposed to be in?
We have the new mower in. It already had a problem with one of the pulleys. They came and fixed it. Everything's back up and running, and that's why the part didn't get out of hand for a minute. The mower was down. Snords came, fixed it. It's up and running, ready to go. The meeting is adjourned at 7:49. Next meeting is June 11th, 2018, 7 p.m.
You sign all these.
Yes, ma'am. All right, buddy. It's good to have you back.
It's always good to be home.
Oh, goodness.
How many bags of that stuff you put on your yard, Jake?
1.5.
Huh?
1.5.
You had about 6 or 7.
Well,
when you
I
did.
dropped those off at Fosner's. My yard would have been about yellow if I put all that on there.
That's what I was wondering. I got to thinking about that after I drove by.
What is that, dude?
Excuse me.
See you guys.
Take care.
Becky, is that ringworm on your hands?
No, I wish. Ringworm's curable. I have a skin condition.
This is. Can you sign that or do I?
I submitted it to you and you